Hey friends, yep, you know what day it is. It is the first Sunday of the month. And that's the time that I just take a couple of minutes to invest and equip and share with you some things that I'm learning and growing. So hopefully you'll learn and grow too. But I really want to encourage you, if you like today's video, would you please share it? Make a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts, okay? So I don't know if you have completed the final season of Ted Lasso yet or not, but I have. And Ted Lasso was the inspiration for tonight's conversation. So I've got some leadership tips approved by Ted Lasso. And what do you think the first thing is? If you watch, and don't worry, if you haven't finished the season finale, I promise I'm not going to give it away, so you don't have to flip away. Okay, the number one thing that Ted Lasso teaches us from a leadership standpoint is that we've got to believe. Yep. Believing was the key to Ted and his team. And you know, there's so many great things that I like about Ted. I love that Ted was sort of a carefree, he didn't take himself too seriously. He loved life, even though he had challenges and fought some difficult situations that he had to deal with. But Ted had this sort of upbeat personality about him, because he always believed in the possibility. And so the number one thing that I want to talk about is the fact that sometimes to help yourself believe in you, to believe that you can go to the next level, believe that you could get that new job, believe that you could change your life course, believe that you could either quit drinking, coach your kids' soccer team to success, or just do that next level thing that you've always wanted to. You have to believe in yourself. Yes, Amy Lewis, I'm saying this to you. You're so kind to me all the time, but some days I know you don't believe in yourself. And so these tips from Ted Lasso, I hope, will encourage not only you, but so many of my friends. Another thing, I want to give a shout out to my friend Patty Davis, who I saw at a live event on Friday evening, and she told me how much she loves these inspirational videos, and I really appreciated it. And that was encouraging to me and helped me believe that I actually can make a positive difference with these. Many times people just watch it and I can count the views, but sometimes people don't make any comments about it. So again, I hope you'll comment today or share it with your friends that you feel that could help. So we're talking about belief, and we're talking about the fact that no one else has to believe in you for your dream to come true. But if you don't believe in yourself, it'll never happen. Ted believed. And you know, the great thing about Ted Lasso was he was a college football coach with success, but he had never coached soccer. But he still believed that he could. He still believed in his team. He believed. You know, sometimes to help us believe, we need a symbol. For Ted, it was a simple piece of construction paper with the words "believe" on them. And he taped it up in the locker room. And so that symbol of believe helped not only himself believe that he could turn this soccer team around from a losing team to a winning team, but also that he needed to believe in himself. And so we all know the story if you watched a couple episodes. At one point in season 1, I believe it was, one of Ted's assistant coaches, Nate the Great, ripped down that poster of believe. But something happened. People on the team already believed. It didn't matter that the symbol was gone. The symbol was there to start to create it in their lives. So what is the symbol that you need to help you believe that there's more out there? I don't care if you're retired. I don't care if you're a stay-at-home mom. I don't care if you're running a Fortune 500 company. You know, you have to believe. And if we believe like Ted Lasso, I say we can do anything. But belief isn't enough. Sometimes the second tip is you've got to be like a goldfish. Now, it is a common myth. You know, Ted said he wanted you to forget the bad things in 7 seconds because that's what goldfish do. But that is a common myth. I looked it up online, and goldfish do not forget things in 7 seconds. But that was Ted's thing. And it makes so much sense. To keep us believing, we've got to be able to be a goldfish. Bad things are going to happen. We're going to have setbacks. We're going to fail. It's just part of the routine. But we've got to be like a goldfish and just let it go. Forget about it. See if it taught us something, but keep believing. Be that goldfish so that you never lose that belief in yourself. Okay, that was the second thing, be a goldfish. The third thing is you've got to be a possibility thinker. What's it mean to be a possibility thinker? Well, it's really pretty simple. You've got to believe in the possibility that amazing things can still happen. Again, I don't care if you're right out of college, right out of high school. I worked with some amazing young people from Hawthorne Academy who graduated our 3D project Dreamers, Doers, Destiny this past week. Freshman in high school, young woman, shout out to Kayla. She is going to do amazing things in life because she believes she's going to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. And I'm so excited for her and so excited for everyone who will benefit from that dream of hers coming true. You see, because that's the other thing. If you can't believe for yourself, believe for the other people who will benefit from your dream coming true. You see, the other part of belief, and again, hopefully you made it to season 3 of Ted Lasso, because Roy Kent didn't like Jamie Tart. Jamie Tart was sort of an egomaniac. He had great skills on the soccer pitch, but he was a selfish, nasty guy. So sometimes you need a friend to help you believe. And Roy became that coach, that trainer to Jamie Tart. He made him run like crazy. He was tough as nails on him. But in the process of him putting him through drills, making him run like crazy, not letting him drink, Roy and Jamie sort of became friends too. And Jamie gained the belief in his team and that the team was way more powerful than he could be by himself. So sometimes it takes a friend to believe, and it takes a process to work through. And that possibility thinking is part of the process. You can't just wish something to happen. Hope is not a strategy. Action is a strategy. But when we have that belief in ourselves, research shows that when we believe, we procrastinate less. Go figure. Because what's procrastination going to do for us? What's procrastination ever done for anyone? It is worthless. But that little belief, as we develop it, it's like a muscle. You've got to lift weights to be strong. Well, as we practice believing, as we find people and put people around us who will help us believe, that allows us to develop that muscle and believe in ourselves and do some pretty extraordinary things. That possibility thinking helps us do that. Here's another strategy if you're looking to help yourself with possibility thinking. I always love to read books, so I'm going to recommend, yes, another John Maxwell book. New York Times bestselling author John Maxwell is truly my favorite leadership author. And he wrote a book called How Successful People Think. And it's 11 thinking strategies. I read this book, oh my gosh, a couple of decades ago. But that's where I learned how to be a possibility thinker. You know, what's the possibility in our lives? And what are the strategies that we need to make it happen? So I want to give you some examples of how I've used belief in my own life and possibility thinking and how to be a goldfish by forgetting the bad things that happened, learning the lesson that came from it, and moving forward. So when I worked at my first PBS station, back in the early 2000s, I told the CEO that I wanted to come and turn his production department into an Emmy award-winning production team. I had never won an Emmy. I had never, no one on the team had ever won an Emmy, but I believed that we could. Now that belief alone was not enough. I had to have a strategy. So I started watching other award-winning television production folks and following their style, not copying them, but seeing what strategies they used, what style they used in storytelling. And in 3 years, I lost the first year, but we got nominated. We got nominated the second year and I lost again. So I had to practice my goldfish skills, let it go. Tweak, get better, continue to grow the skills that we had as a team at that production department. And the third year, we actually won. So that's just my experience. So now I want to tell you about a dear friend of mine, just going to use his first name. He'll know who he is, and I bet a lot of folks watching will know who he is too. Alex was in Production U that I created many, many years ago, and he was a high school student who had a dream of being a television executive one day. He believed that he could. He still does. He graduated Temple University. He got a job at one of the major Philadelphia television stations as a promotions editor. He was doing really great, making good money, but the challenge was at a really big station like that, he didn't have opportunities to move up. So he still had this belief in himself. So he left Philadelphia, went to a smaller market in West Palm Beach as a promotions editor. He wanted to be a salesperson because he knew if he wanted to be a CEO of a television station or a general manager one day, he needed sales experience. So he applied when a position opened up. He didn't get it. He was a goldfish. Then he had a strategy. Remember, hope is not a strategy. Believing is not just sitting back and dreaming, it's taking action. He went, got a part-time job on weekends, working at GNC, the nutrition supplement company, doing sales. Very quickly, he became the #1 salesperson in that area. The next time, and again, he's working 7 days a week at this point. 5 days at a television station, 2 days trying to build the skills to support his belief that one day he'd be a general manager or a president and CEO of a television station. The next time a sales position came open, Alex got it. And that's just, he's in the middle of his story right now. That's where he is now. I'm so proud of him. I just love seeing him continue to believe in himself, even though it's not easy. Don't we all know that having that belief isn't easy? In the 3 seasons that we all watched Ted Lasso and hung on that personality of his and that belief in his team, the belief in his ability to coach, even though he didn't know a thing about soccer. How many times do you defeat your own belief because you say, well, I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to get this new job. I don't know how to start this business. So you just sit around and wallow in your own self-pity as opposed to taking a step, holding that image of belief. Those are the 3 tips. Those are the things that I learned from this season watching Ted Lasso. Again, I'm not giving it away, the ending, but I think it's one of the best conclusions to a series I have ever seen in my entire life. Just to recap, the first thing is you got to believe. And then to believe sometimes we need an image. We need some sort of icon. For Ted, it was just a piece of construction paper and a sign that said believe. Even when someone tore it down, it didn't stop the belief. Then it was the strategy. Every time we believe, we need to put a strategy behind our belief. Be a goldfish. After 7 seconds, forget the bad things that happen. Learn from those lessons, and then go on. And the third thing is to be a possibility thinker. When you believe, you start to see possibilities. I've been at this a long time. It doesn't happen overnight. But I still believe that great things are ahead for me. And I know that great things are ahead for you too. So I hope if you're struggling to be able to believe in yourself, you'll listen to this and I will extend my belief in you until you can use some of these strategies to develop enough belief in yourself. Heck, get a piece of paper, write the word believe on it, put it in the mirror, put it on the refrigerator, put it wherever. Go watch Ted Lasso. I think you'll be encouraged. And I know that the world needs you to believe in yourself because you're the key to helping other people's dreams come true, whatever that dream may be. Hold your image. Believe, my friends, because great things are in store for you. Okay, that's all I've got for now. Please give me some comments or hit the share button and share this with your friends because I hope that it will help them believe as well. I also want to ask a favor of you. I actually send out emails, usually on Monday mornings, once a week, with a blog, and it's all about leadership. If you head to my website, amyburkettconsulting.com, you can sign up for my free leadership blog so that it'll just come in your inbox once a week and you can continue to grow your skills, okay? So Couple of things I hope I've encouraged you, and then you can share this with others, write some comments, share the thing that helps you believe in yourself in the comments below. I would love to hear it. Head to my website at amyburkettconsulting.com and sign up for the free newsletter. I've also got some other tips on there from my latest book, The 7 Ds. I'm sorry, that was my first book, The 7 Ds to Your Destiny. But my latest book is The Dirty F Word, Lessons We Learn from Our Failures. You can get the top 7 failures PDF free if you just scroll down on that website as well. Okay, first Sunday of the month, I take a few minutes to encourage you. It's something I really look forward to. And I'm so grateful that my friend Patty Davis, again, last shout out to you, Patty, gave me some encouragement that even though we don't see each other much, that she looks forward to the first Sunday of the month for this encouragement. So I hope I've encouraged you today. I thank you for taking some time to listen. And I want to tell you just how much I believe in you. Have a great night. Until next time, my friends, remember, you were created for greatness. Good night, my friends.